useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
No one can defend themselves when rattled like this. If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! Might await us on the road ahead.
Come to think of it, we're all of...
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. We prevailed by the skin of our teeth.
We ought to consider this a lesson.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Thank you for the chance to hone my swordsmanship, and in good company at that.
Shall we discuss tactics now or later? 'Tis a pleasure to meet you. Let me get that.
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops, pray be on your guard. Feast your eyes on this.
Our focus is locked off balance. Grab hold and drag it to the ground.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Arisen, are you all right? If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal. The power of such a torrent is not to be underestimated. Perhaps we can find a way to continue. When better to use this into the midst of battle. I hold the arm. Now to bring it down. Let it taste our fury. Would you lend me a hand?
Fall back!
It seems we have to wait.
I've got a grip on our foe. Time we lay
You have my gratitude, sir. Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels. You're free to make your own way. Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart.
A common reward. Frustratingly so. If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
We're setting out. Jump on if you've paid.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid against her.
We are under attack!
That's it!
Efficiency at its best. Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
Hey!
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us.
आर्चर बिल्ड में पॉन्स में 2 फाइटर और एक मेज और आर्चर तो काफ़ी हो 2 फाइटर ठीक है भाई एक थीप भी रख सकते हैं ना फिर पूरा बैलेंस्ड हो जाएगा
Will you join? All right. Into the ox cart then.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest, though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, that arisen now resides within the palace. It follows, therefore, you must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attack. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, you, and no other, are the sovereign. The only legitimate rule. Some days passed. You confronted the dragon in the village. The people rejoiced. For our true yet, not all. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your following that. She prepared, however, I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we... This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the...
थ्रस्टमास्टर व्हील शिफ्टर मेक ए फन कंटेंट. वो क्या है भाई? थ्रस्टमास्टर व्हील
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Thought you could hide, eh? Or...
Mayhap this ladder is here. We have obtained that which Miss Flora requested. Shall we go and deliver it to her? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me. You have our gratitude. Lead the way. This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
'Tis the Arisen's choice to make. Though I certainly wouldn't begrudge.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
We have reached our destination. Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Well met. Hope to see you again.
I've got to focus. The shift's only just begun. What else
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit rubberant for me? So, I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Everyone's as tired as I am. Well, just waiting around.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favor different lords. What the master? Goblin!
Have no means of exploiting our enemies. One might confidently call that a resounding victory. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Follow me. My magics are at your disposal.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I would so enjoy seeing this obstacle smashed to pieces.
I am ready to attack, Master. Might I be of assistance? 'Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
Right, just follow me. This way, if you please, Master.
Stepped in it. We're running low on everything. We've had a hard time procuring goods. I sent Marcus to gather what we need, but I've just lost sight. Could I trouble you to run an errand for me? You'll be paid. Glad to hear it. Here, take this. It ought to be somewhere north of and in the know, and he'll take care of the rest.
Here, if you please. Here at last.
Hail, friend. Aye, that it was. 'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. We'll be extending his...
Speaking of training regimes...
Errands are wearisome work indeed.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
'Tis no great shock to me. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
Ice is our ally against such fiends. Well done. I've got it pinned. You'll have a hard time spitting its spell fluid at us now. Very well. I shall return. I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
Is everything assembled? A job well done if I do. Oi!
Do you need something? This is from Sir Geoffrey, is it? Let's have a look then. Why should I have to do all this and make haste? Oh, well, go on. You know what to do.
We know what we're looking for, but not where it is. Suppose there's not for it. Start searching.
It's not an enemy to be taken by force. You must strike boldly and with great supply. You must regain your footing.
This creature is hard as stone, making it ideal for tossing at our other foes.
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for me yet? Well, you best get to it then.
Follow me, then. Unless you doubt my sense of direction. The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I have a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found. I've a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it. The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Let me get that.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I've a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat. I shall lead us to our destination, so do try not to rush ahead.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Lots to look forward to. A long day of work.
We have found the material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for... Well, you best get to it then. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for... Well, you best get to it then.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've... The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I have a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Follow me, then. Unless you doubt my sense of direction. The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I have a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master?
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
I suppose 'tis so.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. No harm in picking a few.
I think I've earned a rest.
Not my kind of place, this.
Now I thought we'd stepped it in.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right.
To this world I return, ready to put all I've learned to use. I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested? I trust?
I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
Should you have further need of a marksman, my bow is ever at your service.
Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
Your ability to trip over nothing never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Could you come over here?
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
That's it. I've had enough.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
How are things?
Ought to have known I'd never amount to anything.
All my years, snuffed out in the blink of an eye.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
What to do? I've had enough.
I cannot bear it. I'd rather not draw steel if I can avoid it.
My knees have been acting up of late. Now I've gone and stepped in it.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
The creature's talons are useless while it's pinned. Pray, make full use of this opportunity to fell it. You must cleanse yourself of that oil, post haste. Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
My magics are at your disposal.
Lucky us. That's worth taking. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
I'll slit your bleeding throat.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth.
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beastren kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed.
Oi there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to loot? My thanks. I've been holding off, sir. Only trouble is, that's where you... I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter... Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the cart... And mind you, don't forget to pay your... Each cart travels, so anyone thinking of rock... Cut enough of my... Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered that letter.
'Tis a glorified errand we've been given, but we're best... See to it all the same.